intro music. Don't know why that doesn't start right away. But yeah, we're going to be finishing up the tower today so I can be working on the rocket tomorrow. I hope to make this quick so I can get to some scrap mechanics. So I'm just going to dive right into it in just a second here. As soon as I get this loaded up, and I'll put some music on as well. Alright, so let's do that first. Alright, so let's get this live. Let's move that up a little bit. Live scene. Oh, that's the wrong screen. Live. That is the correct scene. There we go. Bam. I need to change this to the game so it goes to Minecraft directly. Get one for just Minecraft because I played enough now. But yeah, this is, if you're just joining me for the first time, this is the Burj Khalifa Tower, or Khalifa Tower? I believe it's Khalifa Tower. But yeah, this is Burj Khalifa Tower. I am designing here. I have got to that point on there for filling in the windows. Once I get the windows filled in, that'll be the main structure, and I'll fill it in over time after that as I put stuff inside. I'm planning on putting a giant statue in there, and then basically on the other side of the town I'm going to build a Saturn rocket tomorrow. So tune in for that if you're interested. But for tonight, it is just the low building on the windows. So why I do this, let's enjoy the sounds of, let's see here, let's go to the stations. We got happy, we got pop, chill, epic, I like the epic upbeat, ambient, pretzel, EDM, chiptune, synthwave, rock, hype, high energy, hip hop, holiday, have a holiday. Let's go back to here. Let's go with ambient. I like ambient. Super chill vibes. Oh, super chill but loud. Alright. So let's see actually if they have its own. You guys are probably see what I'm doing here. So, that's not what I wanted. Let's go here. Open a volume mixer. And let's go here. Streamlabs. No, it does not get its own individual one. Sad. Alright. So what do we got here? 2%. 2% should be good. Alright. No chat for the multi-stream. Alright, so that should be all up and running. We got alert box, chat box, we got everything going. So let's get this going. Alright, we got music. We got me on camera. We got light, camera. Oh, let's get some fluids in first. Always remember to hydrate. As you can see up above, we are right here. We want to go over to there. Bam. So make sure you get to there for me so I can start earning things down there. You can see over here, this guy already gets it. This guy doesn't get it. This one down there does. This guy does. The one down below this blank spot over here, the blank spot down there, they don't get it yet. They feel it empty. They want to be friends. They want to have stuff. But again, as this world grows, I think I'll have more people watch this too, because, you know, people will see it and they'll be like, hey, come check out this place. People will, hey, show them that. Show them the thing you built. Show them the Saturn rocket you built. So, we will see it all eventually. I will show you the world. I will show you the world. You'll hear me sing lines at a time. That is as far as it goes. I will not do Twitch sings, as I do not do that. Unless it's Disney. I might join in a Disney one day. But only if there's like a group. Oh, I should have Days World about that. Karaoke night. Get us all drunk. Get on here. Do some karaoke. Make Finnegan get in. And as always, if you join and you get tired of seeing me build the tower, let me know. I will build something else. I don't mind working on something else. I have all night. I can come back to this. So, do not hesitate. And also, if you want me to change the channel on the music too, I enjoy all the music on this channel so far, but at the same time I can understand people might fall asleep listening to some relaxing music, might want something different. And I feel like almost like I'm gonna have a zoo after this, just like get one of each of the animals and trap them in their own area. One of each of the zombie creatures, all the different, you know, all the bad guys, and just fill this place up. It'll be fun. Ooh, I should build Noah's Ark. That's it. Steve's Ark. Put flowing water all around too. Ooh, I'm definitely filling up one of the sections of this with this water. Build a bunch of stuff inside of there too. That'll be fun, actually. Ooh, I'll have a whole aquarium. Ooh, aquarium one. I like it. And I can get some of the squid in here. Build a little dome underneath. Oh, I got so many ideas now. That's what I love about Minecraft. It's just an infinite set of ideas. Yeah. Oh no, I didn't realize I'm half built over there. Oops. Oh well, I want to build the front side first. Front side's more important. Alright. So, I got on a little late today. I don't know, wasn't feeling it when I got home. Was feeling kind of tired, so took a nap, did all that, got up finally here, decided that this is time to build, you know. I'm gonna try to play some scrap mechanic after this. I want to test out some ideas, because tomorrow my idea is if I finish building the Saturn rocket in a good enough time to hop on scrap mechanic and see if I can build basically a scrap rocket. I want to see if in creative I can actually create a rocket that I can lift off and blast off in. I think I'm going to have a launch system, and then we'll see. It'll be tricky. Ooh, I already have an idea. Okay, so I'm going to put a joint, and I'm going to put a movement piece so I can move it up and down, and swing it with the whole thing. I could do this. It could be wings flapping. Alright, we got another window done. Oh, I didn't realize I had this whole backside stuff to do still. Oh well, we're going to finish this bottom set. We're going to get the bottom set front side done, and then we'll worry about those two sets. I didn't realize how much I had to go, so time to double time. Ooh. I have a lot of ideas for this world. I kind of wish I didn't have it as a flat world now, but that's okay. It just means more creativity when it comes to building. I have to be bigger, better. I can always stitch it to other worlds now apparently when I do the realms, so I'm gonna probably have my nephews at some point play some on here, but not, of course, live play some on the world and build some stuff. So you guys might get to see some projects from my nephews. They're adorable. They always show me their redstone. Oh, look at this. I made a redstone automatic door opener. Oh, I made a redstone machine where it kills monsters. Like, ah, Awesome. It's like I don't want to be like, hey, here's our redstone earthquake simulation system, or you know, some of the things we've done crazy on here, because I don't want them to feel bad. They're just learning. They're good kids, and they're going to be very impressed someday when they start playing these with me and realize I actually know what to do with the redstone. Most of the adults they talk to when they play this game are just like, oh my god, like what is that? You can use redstone? Oh, that's amazing! And they act all, you know, basically humor them, but I think they'll be greatly surprised when I'm in there playing with them and like, here you go, I built you a redstone clock. And they're like, wait, what? But we'll see. I still don't understand why they all congregate right here. You think they just spawn because I'm here? Hope someone someday tells me. I'm horrible at this. Horrible at this game sometimes. Just what you want to hear from the person streaming it. The problem is I keep playing Scrap Mechanic. So every time I play Scrap Mechanic, I'm going to be bad at this for a few days because their buttons are reverse. So placement and remove are the exact opposite. So yeah, that's going to always mess with me. Ooh, I should make it so this tower, oh yeah, I'm going to totally do that. I'm going to have this tower warped to different spots in the nether and warp back. That'll be awesome. I wonder if the nether will be flat. I've never seen a flat nether. I wonder what it looks like. Is it just all lava? Okay. That village just keeps distracting me in the background. I keep wanting to go do stuff to it. I want to build a wall around this. I want to build a castle for it. I want to do this. All things I will do in the future to this, actually, but... Alright, we're getting close on this. At least to getting the front side done. Then I can switch over to something a little more fast-paced, which I guess Scrap Mechanic isn't much more fast-paced. But I'm still planning on building my floating fortress in there, and I just gotta figure out how to do it. I think just all I gotta do is go below my current one and build a kind of a pieces to keep it floating down there and keep it straight. But I gotta do some tests, so I'm gonna go into the creative world tonight and do some tests with floating stuff. We shall see. We shall see if I can, how much I can float and what my weight limits are. And so that's where I'm different than most people on those kind of games. They're like, I don't want to go into creative and build it, and you know, I just want to do it in survival. It's like, well, I want to do it in survival, but I don't want to spend 3 months figuring out how to build it in survival. I would rather go in and spend 5-10 minutes in creative, figure out how to build it, then go back into survival and build then. You know, to me, I think that's just better. go. Moving along. Alright, getting down to the wire on this side. Those little spots just keep bugging me. I want to go like clip them off. But I know I shouldn't because it's like I'm most likely going to be building with that section, doing it that style anyways. So it's like, why would you clip it off if you're just gonna, you know? Sorry, pig, you're getting trapped. You ain't leaving ever again. You're stuck in here with all these monsters. I mean, I don't think there's any way out. Well, maybe if you get over to there and climb over now, you can make it, pig. The journey of Babe. The pig in the big tower. Alright, so we finally can see what it's going to look like from the front side. I mean, it's not perfect because it's not finished on that and those back windows, so you can kind of tell, but I mean, it's getting there. It is getting there, people. Alright. Love the classic game sounds going with the full orchestra. tunnel vision doing this. But I'm getting there. I am getting there. I'm gonna send a picture of this to my Facebook, to Twitter, everything when I finish too. Get some screenshots up on there. And then the next one is a Saturn missile, so I can do that one probably tomorrow night. I'll take a picture of that. Gotta think of the measurements that I want to do though, because I don't think I want to make it as tall as this, but I want to be able to spell out USA on it at the very least. I don't know how much detail I can get into it, but you know, we'll see. We'll see, because it's one of those things where it's like the amount of detail you might have to put in to get the curve is the problem. See, unlike this one where I had to get the general shape out for the outline on it, on that one I'd have to do the rockets down the bottom. Once I get the rockets, you know, then I have to figure out how to figure out where the sidings and the pieces would go out to once I get that piece. So it's like basically I just get the general shape up first, get the 4 rockets up there, go up to about the height I know I want to finish them out, build up little pieces to that one, and then go to the full. So I'll do the same thing, kind of a wire structure again on that, but I won't have to do it as bad. Like this one, you really had to do it to get the shape right on that one. Will be a lot shorter on it because it'll only be about, you know, probably about that space in there. Wide, it won't be as big as this one was. Might be as tall, possibly. I don't know if I want to make it that tall. And I'll take a look at the heights and dimensions of it and see what it's realistically supposed to look like. I mean, I know this one isn't anywhere near it. Like, this is like 200 blocks up, and yeah. So, I mean, this would be nowhere near its actual height, but for the Minecraft world, and a first attempt at building anything in this system on PC in a long time, or pretty much ever in the macro building for it, because I've always done that on Xbox. This, I think, did a really good job. I think this is one of the few games I might actually want to switch over to a controller on, but alright. Okay, so let's go to that one to there, and then we can move on to the top row. We're getting there. Oh, this reminds me of Kingdom Hearts. I'm a sucker for violin. Or any bow instrument. I'm a sucker for them all. Actually, I like the bow and arrow too, so I'm just a sucker for bows. In fact, I like it when we wear bows too, so I guess that's everything. I mean, I just like bows. I'm a fan of throwing bows. I don't know why I'm tired. I literally just slept for like 2 hours before this. That's probably why I'm tired. Actually, because I literally just finished sleeping. Need to take in more caffeine. Oh, and there's other reasons too, obviously. But shh, we won't talk about those live. Ha! You're shut out. Spider's just looking in the window. wonder if it's actually quicker to just... this is definitely quicker as long as I get it right. You want to get it wrong as long as I move fast enough. It's still... The one can only move so fast, so... Oh, getting some epic music now. Ugh. Ha, trapping the bats out. And a bat in, but... just because they're bugging me. Oh, sorry. Not the same song. Alright, let's go to that one. Get that one, even them up. Evening it up. Taking it at a different angle. Doing it a different way. It's the same exact thing no matter how I do it, but for some reason walking over to a different spot of the structure and doing this makes me feel like I'm doing something different. So I'm not bored by it. I don't know why. It's an amazing mental trick. All you do is walk a few blocks away, and all of a sudden you're building on something new. I'm not, though. I'm not. People are so stupid. I don't understand this. Why is it that I know I'm tricking myself, yet it still works? You know? It's like, I don't get it. Funny enough, I'm fairly certain, like, the human body, like every mental reaction that we have to any kind of outside stimulus can be basically cheated to think on it. Like, oh, you know, running makes you happy, so, you know, gets you endorphin rush when you do it. So it's like, okay, so all I have to do is run on a treadmill. It's like I'm out there running in the road, but I'm running in the same spot. Do it for like a minute, stop, bam, endorphin rush. Body thinks I'm exercising a lot. I'm barely doing anything. You know, pretty much everything. Everything the body does can be tricked. Oh, you think you're tasting apples? No, you're just tasting this little chemical that tastes like apples. Yeah. Oh, you think that's a cotton candy? Nope, nope, it's a cloud of lies. Fucking vapors. Alright. Another window down. So now I'm going to go back up to the second story. I'm going to work on these big ones, because these ones... Maybe I'm going to do these 4 big windows next. They're the largest portion of this remaining, so let's get them out of the way. This is some epic music, though. I have been losing myself in this music more and more. Though I do need to watch, like I need to have somebody else use my setup for a night or something and just watch it and see what my levels are and everything. I'll just go back and watch one and kind of adjust some things, watch the next one, adjust some things. I don't know. I feel like some of the times I'm being overpowered by the game or the song. But the other times people tell me my volumes levels are fine, so. You don't know. The world will never know. But, yeah. Next stop on this will be to get a realm after the Saturn missile and all that, and let the other people hop in and play with me. Tether their worlds to it. Uh, how am I doing this wrong all of a sudden? I need to, that's one of the reasons why. It's because I'm playing at the wrong angle. Yep. Uh-oh. I'm going to end up developing carpal tunnel playing this game. Text message from who? The black... So apparently, the Black Lives Matter movement, which I don't believe this is what's going on, but apparently they are pushing to remove the dog from Puppy Patrol or whatever, because it's a cop dog. And it's like, first off, it's not a cop dog, it's a... Yeah, anyways, not going to go into much detail about the show, but I don't get how the Black Lives Matter group can be doing it when there's a bunch of individual people across it. It's not one. It's like they have some higher up structure where it's like, oh, this is the leader of the Black Lives Matter movement, and everybody listens to what they say, and them and a bunch of prominent leaders have decided that this puppy is racist, and we're all going to get rid of this puppy. It's like, no, that's not. Some people who support Black Lives Matter have gone in and said this. It does not speak of everybody for Black Lives Matter. So they just, I don't understand how one group of people in a large group saying something means the entire group is for that. Like, that mentality doesn't ever get it. It's like when someone tells me a Republican or a Democrat stands for something, it's like, well, that's not what they stand for. Well, they're in the party that stands for that. It's like, but they don't vote that way, so therefore they don't support that. So if that's the reason you don't support them is because they're in the wrong party, then maybe you should look at what they actually vote. Like, I've seen a lot of people who are Republican who won't vote for any Democrat because they're a Democrat, and then you tell them what the Democrat votes for, and they're like, well, that sounds more like what the Republican is. It's like, well, because some of the Democrats are closer to being central Republicans, and some of the Republicans are closer to being more central Democrats on things than they actually really realize. Well, most people are pretty close in the center there and don't lean very far one direction or the other. But yeah, I don't know, I keep seeing things like that, and then the whole other one was, God, I keep seeing that the puppy, and then the stuff about removing guns from video games because they're removing the guns from Looney Tunes. It's like, one's a company's personal choice to do. Maybe outside pressures affect them, maybe not. But either way, they decided that removing the guns from their product means that they will have more people purchase it than have less, and more people want to watch it than less. And in this case, video games, most of them will decide that having guns in them will allow more people to want to play them, not less. And the fact that most games with guns in them are designed for an audience that it's meant for, and not small children, I don't understand why parents are all of a sudden up in arms about guns in video games because of this. It's like, Why are these two equivalent? What's going on? Who decided these two things go together? Like, it's like, I'm mad that the speed limit's 55, so I'm gonna protest the price of meat. I don't see how those two are equal. Like, what? Or, maybe it's not that bad, but I thought I could select an option. I thought I selected the option where there would be no words. I just want ambiance, but I also, the other thing I guess I suffer with my sound, sorry, I like to jump back on subjects a lot, so if you can't keep track on that, I apologize. You are going to be confused sometimes on my stream. But as far as my sound goes, my headset is super loud, just natural. Like, I'm at 2% for the sound right now on the music, and it is blaring. I can barely hear the game. And I'm afraid that you guys aren't getting the music at all because I put it down so low. And I was like, well, I don't know. You guys should be hearing it kind of at what I hear it at, I think. But then sometimes I listen to the stream and it sounds different than what I'm hearing. So I'm worried that I'm sitting here talking about this great music and you guys aren't hearing it. But hey, that's the problem with early streaming is you don't know what you're doing wrong necessarily until, you know, someone lets you know. So, but hey, that's how you learn. Mistakes are how you learn. Or just being naturally good at everything too, you know. And humble. You gotta be naturally humble at everything. Gotta be the humblest, the most humble person that was ever humble. Can't tell that was a joke. Please exit the channel. I don't have time to explain more than that. Alright. Getting down to the wire on this window. Alright, we got another window down, people. Let's time this next one. Okay, it is 38:30. Right as we go. That's how long, not 38:30, is the actual time. There's no such time as the 38:30. That's how long we are into the video. So do not be looking up the 38th hour of the day. That will not get you anywhere. We're going to see how long it takes me to do this section here. This, I think, will give us a good estimate of how much time I have left, because I have 2 of these windows worth, and then probably another 2 windows worth of space after that from all the other side ones. Yeah, 1, 2, maybe. Yeah, so 2. I think I have about 1, 2, 2.5, maybe. Yeah, let's go with 3. 3 windows plus the 2 down there, so that's about 5 windows worth of this. So after this one is done, we'll look at that and see how much time it's going to take me. And then we'll know if we can get to some scrap mechanic before the end of the day. If not, we'll wait until after midnight and we'll come back live with some scrap mechanic. And then after playing some scrap mechanic for a little bit, I'll probably hop on something else, Overwatch, something to end the night with a little bit more bang. Maybe no. Maybe I'll just start a 24-hour straight stream then. I don't know. Night's early. It's a crazy day. Be up all day building a Saturn rocket, falling asleep. Yeah, that'd be great. Then go drown the following day on the pool. Yeah, I'm going to a pool tomorrow. Yay, if it doesn't rain, but it's heated. Guess it won't matter. I gotta not make so many mistakes. Making mistakes slows the whole process down. Like having to stop for a second to correct where I'm at is okay, but having to go back and break them slows the whole process down by a lot. A lot. And that is why we are not going to do that. And one of the things I've seen from a lot of streamers recently is a heavy use of green screen, and that is awesome. I love where it's going. I'm going to probably use some green screen, not as much as you're seeing some of the people out there. Like, I'm going to use it to do some stuff, maybe mess around with you guys a little bit with my background, things like that, or use it to show you guys some cool concepts, because I'm hoping I can use the dual camera effect where I can green screen my background, point my other camera at something else, and cut that in, which would be amazing if I could do that, so I could post things up behind me when I'm talking and kind of just point them out like this. Be like, hey, and if you look here, you can see this, kind of like my weatherman. Oh. Flash 117 gives the weather. No, I'm not going to be a weather channel. But you know what I mean. I can do something like that. I'm going to eventually move it. I want to move to a standing operation at some point too, where I'm going to have a setup where I can have a sitting standing desk where I can maneuver to from this position to standing and still be on screen, right? So that'll be a little work. There's a lot of things I want to do with this. So you guys will look to see this continue to evolve. As I get paid for certain aspects of things, I'll help other people do the same and try to move forward. Oh god, I'm sorry, you guys saw me looking off the side here. I saw something flying down there in the corner, as you can see that right there. Yeah, I thought that was a bug on the outside of my screen. I was like, what the hell are you? And then all of a sudden it flew out of the edge. I was like, oh, okay, it's not actually a bug, it's a bat. Again, yeah, I'm a little tired, so I don't know why I took a 2-hour nap for no reason. I guess because I was answering phone calls all day from people who are semi-upset. Not really. I mean, if you ever want to hear great stories from call center, in fact, that'll definitely be something I start doing. I'm going to get people, and through the use of Anonymous on there, we will be talking about people who may or may not have been actual customers that we have had to deal with, or coworkers that we've had to deal with in various locations, and issues that we've had to deal with. So, you know, just little things. There's some famous, fun stories from call centers that you get to hear about, and occasionally some people have heard, like the guy who famously got fired for telling the person they were too stupid to own a computer. I mean, that dude, honestly, he was right. He wasn't wrong, but you know, I could understand after talking to someone for so long and going through every issue possible, and them telling you that they have a power outage in the area, which is why they can't get the lights on, and they're wondering why their computer doesn't work. I mean, honestly, like there was no way for that person to have foreseen that the person's power was out to their house and not gonna mention it. Like, and so the dude gets fired. But yeah, the story famously goes is basically, person calls in, tells them they can't get the computer monitor to turn on, and you know they tried everything, and he's like, okay, does the computer come on itself? He's like, yeah, I pressed the power button, comes on, and you know, he's like, but no, there's no monitor, and he's like, okay. So he's like, goes through everything, has him unplug the monitor, plug it back in, has him turn the computer off and try to turn it back on, saying no, nope, no change, still monitor's blank, no light. He's like, okay, there's no orange light, no green light, no nothing. Goes through everything, spends forever, checks everything, tells him to check a second monitor. Guy hauls a second monitor over there, and he's like, oh, I can't get back to the plugs in the back. And he's like, you mean plugs back? It's hard to see back there, and I don't want to unplug the one that's plugged in and not be able to plug this one in. He's like, well, why don't you get a light in there, turn the light on or something? The guy goes, oh, well, there's no lights in the room because there's the power outage. And the guy just stops. You can dead air for a second. He's like, okay, sir, I understand the problem now. We're going to need to get you a box, and you're going to have to pack the computer up and send it back. And the guy's like, oh, yeah, is it that bad? Something wrong with my computer that's that bad? And the guy's just like, no, you're just too fucking stupid to own a computer. Yeah, so guy got angry. Call ends. Calls back. Tells him what happened. Of course, dude gets fired. But honestly, in his defense, he wasn't wrong. I mean, he was completely in the right. The other dude was super too stupid to operate a computer if you did not understand it needed power to go. I mean, I guess not technically to use it, but to have the basic understanding that the computer needs power to go, and to waste a half hour of someone's life going over a problem when that, I mean, that's just harsh. As a techie, my heart goes out to the guy, but as a customer service agent, no, hell no. Like, never say that to a customer, no matter how stupid they are. And they will be very stupid. Have people insist, no, it's this way. And you're like, well, no, I'm the guy who does the job, so it's this way. No, 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 I've done this before, it's this way. And you're like, well, literally, you haven't done this before because it just got invented this last day before you called, within the 5 minutes before your phone call here. So you've never done this before. No, 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 I did it with the last guy. He did it this way. Okay, well, I'm seeing the last guy was me, and no, I did not do that for you. I'm the only person you've ever talked to with this company. No, 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 that's okay. Fine. Have it your way, sir. You can be an idiot. But yeah, we have lots of good stories from there. I had people who accused us of having Mexico trying to take back portions of America. I had people who threatened to shoot us up. We had people who told us that we killed his children. I had someone who literally deleted all the photos of a lady's trip to Disneyland with her Make-A-Wish Foundation wish for her child. And yeah. So they deleted all the photos by accident, and so we had to spend several hours rolling the system back and recovering as many of them as we could. And that means, yes, photos were lost of a small child who was passing away of a disease that was, yeah, and their last days with their parents. Portion of that got erased because someone literally couldn't be bothered to pay attention while they were doing their job. All they had to do was listen to what the person had said and be like, oh, no, don't do that. That'll take away everything on there, and we won't be able to recover it for you. Or very little chance we'll recover it, and that some of it will probably get lost. But no, they didn't say that. They just went, oh yeah, everything will transfer automatically, because the person was just answering the pocket answer, but they didn't listen to the question. Had they listened, they would have heard, oh no, that's the exact opposite of what you want to do. You want to do the other one. And what's sad is at first it's like, oh no, they must have clicked the wrong button. And then it's like, nope, I got to hear the call. The person literally was not paying attention to their own call. You could hear them like clicking and clacking on the keyboard doing something else, and it's like they are not paying attention one bit to this other. They're chatting away, using Skype, using something to chat with somebody else in the office, not paying attention one bit. And this person's little pictures of their child got deleted. It's like, I'm so sorry for you. But yeah, those kind of stories are not the great ones, but we got to recover as many of them as we could for them, and they were super happy to have any of them. So, I mean, and the company was super happy we didn't get sued. They're like, yeah, so you're gonna stay on the line with this person until everything's back and until they found as many of those files as possible, and then you're gonna offer to send them on to the tier 2 and go with them and explain everything. And I was like, oh yeah, no, but they were so done with the call by the time I got the photos back on there and they could see that the majority of them were there. They were like, nope, we are good, nope, you don't need to pass this anywhere else, we are done with this, we are returning the product, and we will never touch Windows Vista again. It's like, yeah, that's understandable. I don't blame you. I would never change that computer's operating system ever. I would get a backup hard drive, get all those pictures on there, get some USB drives, get them on there, print them out, get some extra copies, see if someone can make some negatives of them. I don't know, something. Definitely would not rely on Microsoft support for assistance in the first month of an operating system release. Speaking of, I wonder, have they released when their next Windows is coming, or are they just going to stick with 10 forever? I mean, I'm okay with that. I like it when they have long operating systems. Oh yeah, we're another window down. Off 50. Okay, so it took me 12 minutes to do 2 windows, so it's about 6 minutes a window. So we're good. We're good. Ah, I gotta take this off though. As fun as this board is, it's causing me to get like carpal tunnel. I need. That's what I need. Is I need more support. I need like an elbow rest here. I need to stop using this setup here and finish getting my real setup going. Need to I have a gaming chair and I have a desk and I have all this, but none of it is near the modem. And my biggest fear of moving up is that I'll move upstairs to my area, put everything in there, and then my Wi-Fi signal will drop and I won't be able to stream. Which is my biggest fear with moving it. Right now it's stable and it works, and I don't even have to use an actual Ethernet connection to make it look good. Yes, you are being seen this stream from Wi-Fi. I've been streaming from Wi-Fi since day one, and I noticed very minimal issues except for when I'm trying to port stuff over while playing on the PS4, because of course the PS4 is also using the connection at the same time, and it likes to drag it down. So that's my only issue, is that my PS4 being, wireless as well, and being right there is kind of probably messing with it a bit. So I need to change that to one of those wired, which I can do. The modem's right here above my right shoulder, right up there. It looks like I'm pointing the other direction, but you can see it's up there. Bink! Oh. Good thing all the information faces back, so you guys can't see any of it, so no one can zoom in and hack. Thought about that. I have changed the default password, but I don't pretend to believe that I have secured it well enough. I have just enough security background and IT experience to know that people will be able to break basically whatever you put on there, not fairly easily. No one's getting through mine. No script kiddies getting through my router's, security, but. Yeah, it definitely isn't going to survive if the NSA wants in. NSA wants in, they getting in. If a major hacker, if Russian hackers want in, they ain't stopping them. If a Chinese hacker wants in, he's getting in. If that hacker known as 4chan wants in, he's probably getting my crap. But if Joe Blow computer guy who's starting out thinks he's getting in, he's going to be in for a little bit of surprise. And a nice little funny message when she does get in. And anybody who does break in will see a nice little message in my stuff on there. So hackers, please don't. But if you ever do, I have left a message on there for someone who breaks in. Or I guess anybody who just tries to connect when they're on my network's router and look at the router will see it. But so I guess anybody who's got a hard line into there should be able to get to it. I guess they need my admin password. So again, yeah, I got 2 layers of security on there, but one's fairly weak and easy to break. The other's the hard one. The thing about security, you can put 50 locks onto something and someone can just break the hinge. So, sometimes there's just no good way to secure something. Try your best. Oh my god, I'm counting it on an hour. Oh, it's only 11:12. Yay, we're going to get this finished before midnight. This helps so much having this little armrest here. My wrist was just getting tired of being rested on nothing. So the other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to plot out a section here, and at the end of this, just kind of mark 4 corners and kind of put some blocks haphazardly throughout it. Not really trying to do too much on there, just trying to make it so this section and that have a clear divider between the two. I think I'm going to build a wall basically right where that town road ends, build a wall around the town, and then build a castle next to it. Rocket's going to go on the other side of the town. I need somebody to find me a castle. So if someone ever watches this and hears this, I need the design of a castle that I can build in Minecraft. Ooh. I wonder if there's... I'm sure there's a couple of fantasy ones that have good enough descriptions for me to do an exact... Did you eat my grass, sheep? Did you eat my grass? Are you eating my grass? Stop eating my grass. Okay, so we got more windows done. So, which side next? This one. 8 windows remaining. About the distance of about 3 of the big windows left. Spots. This shouldn't take long. So we got 18 minutes worth of building, I believe. So that would put us at, timer please, 1 hour and 15 minutes streaming. We're going to see if we can hit that. Can we beat that time? 1 hour and 15 minutes. So an hour and 15 minutes plus the 2 hours last night plus the... I guess it was only an hour last. Yeah, about an hour and a half last night. No, it was just an hour. So that's 2 hours and 15 minutes. Then there's almost 2.5 hours the other day. So it's 4 hours and 45 minutes. It was originally 4 hours and 50 minutes. So 8, 9. So this is in total going to be about 11 hours of work. So my original estimate was I could finish it in 4 to 6. And then as I was going, I realized that no, I could not. I also probably wasted about an hour of construction time, so I probably could have gotten this done in 10. So I was off on my estimate originally, but hey. Once it got the structure up and started going with what I wanted, and I also added more than I thought, because I wasn't originally going to do grass floors on each level. I was just going to do water in those, so it would have been a lot quicker to just bucket water in a, diorite level than to diorite, then, put grass down and edge it and all that. So that also wasn't going to edge it with glass, and I did that. So I did a couple things that I wasn't, planning on doing with it to make it look a little nicer. And then there's also there's some more things to do to it, but it's not needed. The shape is what I was building. The overall size of the tower, the floors and all that will be filled in as people play. Let people come in and build in here. That's the other thing about giving nice little space in here is I can make it so there's a big, kind of like holes in between, so people can do redstone between floors and hide machines. And with the way that this is, so that there's those 3 blocks in between, that gives a nice layer for someone to put a floor on this right here, and then have that space, put everything you want 2 layers under with the redstone, and then fill it back in. So not gonna beat that timer if I keep sitting there explaining things by looking at them. Break that off on the other side when we get there. We're getting close, guys. Another window bites the dust. I heard you settle down. Oh, sorry. Not the right song. There we go. Now it's its own song. Come on, let's do this, do this, do this. One of the things bad about having that pretzel music, pretzel rocks music, is that it keeps constantly having that message pop up. And so when I see that message, I'm like, oh, someone's talking. Oh, never mind. Nobody's here. It's all me. Someone's here, but they're not talking. It's okay, you're allowed to lurk. Lurking is fine. Lurking's all good. You enjoy the quality sounds and the smooth building. That's what puts you to sleep or something. Hey, more power to you. Come to me. I will be your sheep. Not if you're one of those weirdos, though. I will not be that kind of sheep. That's bad. So as you may have been seen on when you came in, that this is a mature channel. I have indicated that for a reason, because while I will not normally be like a sailor in my speech, I will occasionally say some things that are very out there, and I just want people to understand everything's in jest. I do not mean anything ill just about anybody unless they're like a Nazi or something like that. Then I can mean bad things about them, but very rarely do I actually mean what I'm talking about when I making fun of things. I'm just having fun, thinking about what people might want to hear on an opinion on that, not necessarily caring about it. I have that a lot with products I've never seen or read or watched or anything like that. When people are like, "Oh yeah, this thing is this way," da, 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 da. And it's like, "Oh yeah, that's amazing," or that's a farce. I can't believe it. It's like, because I think that's what they want to hear. It's like, okay, I don't care and I don't know, and it seems you're really adamant about this, so I'm just gonna nod and say yes until I can figure it out for myself. I might research it later. If you drop it at that, fine. But you never know. That's how I've gotten some weird stances on things before, is because people have been like, yeah, and they've explained it all to me, and then I looked it up later, like, well, I mean, I didn't agree with this before they told me about it, but now I might. Like, I didn't know I had a stance on the keeping of gerbils by themselves or hamsters by themselves until I found out they were a pack animal and it should be illegal to keep them by themselves. Now I have a strong opinion on it. We are almost done, people. I know I just switched to the other side here, but I want to get this entire layer done. See where we're at in the time. Oh yeah, we got 9 minutes remaining on that clock for that 9.5. So I don't think we're gonna hit it, but we can at least get the top windows done in that time, and then the bottom 2 windows will be another probably 10 minutes. So we're still gonna beat the 1.5 hour mark, so that's good. That gives us the amount of work on this, and you can see literally every block placement on this tower if you'd like. You can see it from beginning to end. You can watch. It's like watching the Hoover Dam be built or anything else. You can get to see it live in action. Every block. No program used to place them all at once or anything, though I'm gonna probably get one of those soon. Look that up. That's other things I was gonna do tomorrow on stream. I was gonna spend a little time looking up some mods and finding some things from Minecraft that might make it a little more entertaining. Don't want to seem like an old fuddy-duddy. Yes, yes, I used fuddy-duddy. You know what I mean? I don't want to seem like I just don't want to use the mods because I'm, you know, incapable or don't get them. I do enjoy building. It's Legos for me, so I can build with mods, without mods, anything. Mods might make it easier at times, so I might do that for certain projects, but for the most part I've gotten pretty good over the years at building with just the main tools, so I don't feel like I need them for a lot of projects. But definitely for some of the macro building, I don't want to build some of the walls and stuff like that without it. I remember in my buddy Drew's world, I built a giant stone wall that was like just a massive, like, Great Wall of China going through for a while. And then in Tony's world, I started building this massive castle that was in the sky, that was over this lake, and I literally covered a lake in the game with my giant castle up in the sky over it. And then I made, you know, just a whole, I just went overboard on it. I made a whole, like, redstone, like, factory for testing things inside of it. You know, made a jousting area. You know, just went all kinds of nuts. Made you know, different rooms on there, moon door, all kinds of stuff. It's a cool world. That's the kind of thing I want to try to repeat. I would love to get that repeated. In fact, that's probably one of my next things on here. I'm gonna see if I can get people to get onto this with me on a realm, and let's all just go our separate ways, build for a little bit, and then at the end of each stream, kind of do a walkthrough. And even if they're streaming themselves as we're all playing, that'd be awesome too. Alright guys, we are getting to the last couple windows. This is window, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 left. So we got 7 minutes to beat the 1:15 clock. I don't think we're gonna beat that, but hey, we might beat the hour and 20-minute clock. That'd be nice. That'd be the other thing I start doing too, is challenges on the timing for it. So people ask me if I can build something, and I'm like, okay, and, you know, see if I put an estimate on it, and, you know, see if I can beat it, or even have people try to beat my times on it. Like, I'd like to see someone build a better tower than I'm building here in this amount of time. I mean, I'm sure there's some techniques that I missed out on that could have saved me time here and there for perspectives and things like that. Again, probably doing this backside altogether has cost me a lot of time itself, but I originally was going to just call it a night after finishing the front side, but, you know, it just doesn't look good enough. You know, I want to finish this. I promised him I'd finish it, and I'm going to finish it. I'm going to get his name too, and the tower's going to get named after that guy. He followed me, so it shouldn't be hard. Another thing is, though, I gotta get some more exposure out there. I only have like 5 or 6 people in my Twitch that don't actually personally know me or have, you know, played games with me online before. I'd like to expand that, you know. I'd like to start meeting new people, hang out with some other streamers, and really get to know some things. I keep hearing these songs from them, and it's like, wow, these are just, I swear someone went through Adele's songs and like, we're going to change the tone slightly, and we're going to make a bunch of songs out of them. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that because that's what, that's literally what music's all about, is hearing what someone else did and slightly modifying the tune a bit to, what you like about it, and then doing that. And it's like, right here, this is another, like, this just slightly changed a popular tone or usage, and, again, that's awesome. Like, if you can make it your own, do it. But just funny to me when I hear it. It's like, I know this tone. This is from this movie or this show. This is their opening. It's like, oh, it's slightly different, but it's fairly close. Ah. And the tower is almost done. 4 windows remaining. I wish there was a way to do grass on the side of the dirt. You know what I mean? Just imagine having, I don't know, maybe there is, but if there's a way to do grass on the side of dirt, that'd be awesome, because then you could literally make it look like hills as opposed to giant mounds of dirt that happen to have sections of grass on top. I know it kind of goes down the sides a little bit, so it kind of makes an illusion when you have them stacked up. But I want the whole side to be green. You know what I mean? I want to be able to do it. Not just with, like, vines. Because that's noticeably not. We're getting down there, guys. We are getting down there. Finish this in a minute now. You got out, Bat. Stay out. Three windows remaining. So we are not making the 1 hour and 15-minute mark. We will make the hour and 20-minute mark probably, though. So do not think it'll take me 7 more minutes to get this done. But it might be right on there. We're getting pretty close, though. As long as we don't make a lot of mistakes, we should beat it. We're for sure beating the hour and 30-minute mark. So it means we can be done before midnight. Which is good. It means I can start a fresh stream for tomorrow. After midnight. Maybe go live with some Scrap Mechanic, or maybe there'll be other gamers on at that point. And I'll be able to get into someone's, chat and hang out. I would like to have people in here. I should get in my Discord. Oh well. Always remember you're welcome to join my Discord shenanigans. It's not very well locked down right now, so hey, please don't take advantage. But if you do, I'll just delete your ass out of there. But it's not very locked down yet, but I will. It's just gonna be a general hangout as I grow. More and more people on there. Let's try to get more and more people doing that. And I'd rather just continue on with my buddy's one that he has, but I don't know. He doesn't respond enough to get things consistently on there. So Dave's World is nice too, and Bloodies and a couple other channels. Rycor's channel are very active, but you know, just looking for something that's my own. I don't mind hanging out in other people's discords and stuff, but I'm looking for a spot to hang out with lots of people that you know I'm going to be there on a consistent basis. What I really need is I need to work some overtime or something to get some vacation built up. The way my work works, I can earn an hour and a half of vacation for every overtime hour I work instead of getting overtime pay for it. So I just get normal pay and get the hour and a half of vacation time, which is awesome. I mean, I don't know if you think about that, but if I work, you know, sorry, I get a half hour of vacation time as opposed to the overtime pay. So every hour worked, I get a half hour of time I can just take off. Yeah. So I work 20-hour extra in a week. I can get 10 hours of paid vacation that I can take. People are like, but you miss out on the money for that. It's like, no. See, I get paid the exact same. I just, instead of having to work the hours for that extra money on there, like I work the same amount of hours, so I get the instead of just getting, I can take more hours off in the future that I don't have to work and get, you know, that time off. So I just basically delay the money to a point when I'm going to be, you know, wanting to be off the phones or off the work, which is great for me. Works out perfect. So once I build up some of that, I'm going to be taking large breaks off from work so I can get special things done with the streaming, special adventures. That's the one thing I actually want to try to get some of my other streamer people that I know involved with, outdoor activities, getting them to go to some of the places they like going, Browns Camp, things like that, and see if we can maybe do a delayed stream where we pre-record and post it up and talk about it while we're there. Laugh at ourselves shooting and doing stupid stuff. I don't know Twitch's view about us shooting guns on screen. I know I've seen people have some gun chat channels. I just don't know about the live firearm fire. And I would definitely have to check the sound levels before posting that, because I do not want to blow people's speakers or eardrums or get them, you know, in trouble with somebody because they're watching violent videos of guns. You know, those things people aren't supposed to have anymore. People want to take them from everybody. And then some people want to give them to everybody. Just odd. What are we looking like on time? Oh, no, we're definitely not going to hit the minute 20. We'll be 25 maybe? We're going to be definitely shy on this. We may be. We're close. We got 30 seconds to the minute 20 mark. We're not going to make that one, but we will for sure beat minute 25. I'm guessing 22:30, maybe less. I'm sure there's little things throughout that I need to fix, but you know what? That's okay. That is not what I'm here to do right now. I'm just here to build it. If I build it, they will come. Whee! Alright. One of the other things I'm thinking of doing is watching a couple other streamers streams that do a couple weird creative crafts and other things like that. And just once a week picking one of them to see what they did and throw their stream up on and just kind of show people like, hey, I'm going to be listening to their streams. You'll hear them in the background. You can go watch their stream if you want and follow along. But I am going to try and recreate what they did. And so, you know, it's going to be horrible, horrible, horrible failures, of course. And that's the idea, is I want you guys to see me attempt to paint or build or recreate what they do in game, and you know, just get to make fun of my inability to do things, because a lot of what you'll see on the stream is me, you know, a little bit of showing off of the things that I can do and stuff. That's what I love to do in video games a bit, is to, you know, just think of new things other people don't do and then teach other people about them. So, you know, you'll get to see that a lot, so you'll see me try to do a lot of fancy things and succeed a lot in those, because I will practice them greatly before I show you them. And so it'll also be awesome to show you guys some things that I'm going to try to learn to do live and fail at, because part of life is failure, and showing people that it's okay to fail is important. Is that a golden zombie? You cannot have success where there was no failure. And we are about to trap all these bats in. So, oh, we are getting really close. We are officially done. No, we are not officially done. That one does not have its raised one on the inside. Does that? Yep, 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 yep. No! So there's one little mistake, so we're not going to make the 122.30, but we did. We finished before the 122.30 on building the outside. We just got to go back and do one little edit. One little edit. Okay. Okay. And I'll probably notice some other things throughout the day tomorrow that's wrong with this, as I'm flying around it a bunch. Show it off when people ask. But hey, this is what happens when you macro build. You find little flaws as you go that you can cover up. There we go. Alright, I think I'm good. So we're gonna have to build a door somewhere. Yeah, so the door's gonna be over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 6, 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. Yeah, let's do this. That doesn't look even, does it? Okay, now we're gonna put some stairs in. We're gonna do a couple finishes touches, and then I'm gonna be done here. Where's the polished diorite stairs? Ooh, you know what? Prismarine. Oh yeah, that's totally changing that up. Bam, 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 bam. Anything to do with why there's no reason to do it this way, but I'm going to do it this way. All right, so there we go. One of the other things I've learned, there's a certain, so on this will not show up on the map until you get it so wide, right? So if I'm looking at a map, you have to have so many blocks wide before it'll show up. So you have to make sure when you're doing your roads, you don't do them just 2 wide or just 3 wide. You have to do at least 4 or 5 wide in order for it to show up when you're doing vertically. And you can do it away with 3 when you're going horizontally. Vertical, horizontal. Yeah. So, sorry, had to think there for a second. So yeah, basically in this case, it may or may not show up depending on how much there else is there on a map right now. But eventually, once I string this down, we'll see here. If it doesn't, then what I'll do is I'll put it out to 6 on there. But yeah, generally in rule of thumb, make sure you make your roads wide enough for them to show up on your map, or they're kind of useless. They don't show up when you're looking on a map. What the hell's the point? So the next thing we're gonna do here, red wool. I don't know why I have red wool in my inventory. Oh, what is that? Magma block, huh? Nether brick. Brain coral, bubble coral, horn coral, dead brain coral, dead fire coral. What is that? Dried kelp block. Sea lantern, red sandstone, black stained glass. Okay. That might be. Let's do this. Get rid of everything in here. Get rid of all this. Bye. Can't drop it outside of the game. Okay, so we get rid of that. We're gonna be done here in just a minute. Gonna get rid of that, and that for the moment. Gonna go to building blocks. Put glass on there. Now we're gonna get a bunch of different colored glasses. I don't know why white stained glass, but orange stained glass. I don't want the light blue, I want the blue stained glass. Cyan, pink, red, green. Let's go with the black, not the purple, black. Alright, so now we are going to build a glass wall around, or a glass the glass fortress around. Okay, so the first thing is, what color do we want our doorway? So we got a nice little that's not what I wanted. We'll put it back anyways. So anyways, so we got a nice little slot right here. So let's, what color do we want? Okay. Ooh, I like it. I absolutely love. Okay, so we want that. We want this to show up on a map. So we're gonna give it 5 wide. Okay, so just gonna spend a minute doing this. Damn it, chicken. Alright, so that's
techno going all of a sudden in the background. I was like, is that my game or is that the song? It doesn't exactly fit the song. But hey. Alright, farthest point out. Now it does. Oh, that's not where I wanted it. Alright, bam. Horses were first introduced. That's the outside. Alright, just about. It should be done already. I should be done. I'm gonna finish at midnight though. Finish at midnight. The whole idea is just. What the? Now, basically, if you've met the Black Prism, I'm basically making a miniature bright wall here. It's going to basically look like it's made of glass. Well, it is made of glass. But the whole idea in the bright wall was it made it look like it was made of glass, but it's actually made of Luxon, which is like a super magic material. Really great. Alright. We are 2 minutes away from the end here. Just going to go and mark the outside of this wall here. Okay. 2, 4, 5. And then mark the outside of this one. Good. Oh, I already got it. So I just gotta go this way with it. Alright, so I'm calling it. This is much work because I'm going to get done right here. Alright, well thanks for joining me. It's been fun, it's been real. It is now midnight, 12 a.m. I have finished my tower over there. I will be showing it off more tomorrow when I'm building the rocket. The rocket's going to build over here. I got this built off. I'm going to shape off that too and put a little fence around it. So once I get this glass wall built around this too, I will build more on that. And once I finish the rocket, that glass wall happens. So rocket, glass wall, and then more work on the tower until other people give me ideas. For now, I'm going to be signing off here. Going to take a short break, see if anybody else is on, maybe watch some other streamers for a bit, and then probably back with some scrap mechanic to see if I can chest out some ideas for my floating fortress. If you've been watching, thank you. It's been real. It's been fun. It's been really fun for me. I'm not sure about for you, but thanks for joining me. If you enjoyed it, join me again. If you didn't enjoy it, then once again, why are you watching me? You have a good night, everybody. Play us out, Easton. Never starts right away for me. Another 10 seconds. No, I'm just kidding. Well, normally you'd be seeing the lovely noises. There they are.